the ceasefire with the terrorist group known as Hezbollah, it feels like that saying, peace, peace, they're saying, but there is no peace. They're just trying to restock, weapons, maybe smuggle them from Syria, draft new people to fill in the ranks, young people who will, subscribe to their end times theology. And meanwhile, we have to just go stop these violations that they're doing. In Mount Dove, you hear about Mount Dove, to neutralize the threats. They had a ton of bunkers there, and an operation led by 810th Mountains Regional Brigade in coordination with the Combat Engineers and Golani Brigade 51 were able to dismantle this tunnel network of Hezbollah, and this was a big one. And during the mission, all kinds of Hezbollah facilities were uncovered, all kinds of weapons, all kinds of equipment, all kinds of infrastructure. And, they can't say they're doing a ceasefire and they're busy doing this, What's going to happen with Gaza now? Let's go to Gaza. Hamas leaders are trying to relocate to Turkey or Iran or Russia. They've asked to relocate to some of those places. Senior official Khalil El-Hayya moved to Ankara, Turkey. I heard Malaysia is being considered as a potential base. Malaysia doesn't have any diplomatic relations with Israel. But these people are murderers. You'd think that, Qatar, they have army bases of the United States there. So how could they even host them terrorists like that? Terrorist leaders, it doesn't make sense. It's such double standards going on. It just drives me up a wall. But Hamas expressed willingness to negotiate now. I guess maybe they heard what Trump said, perhaps, where Trump says, if you don't let the hostages go, there will be hell to pay if they're not returned before he gets into office in January, which is coming up real soon. What is it, January 20th? And so I just wonder what's going to happen here. Will there be an actual ceasefire? I know that a delegation, we just went to Gaza now, a delegation, went to Egypt. And so this Israeli delegation with Shin Bet was supposed to land in Cairo on Thursday, today, and to do the Gaza truce talks. So 17 Palestinians were taken out that were terrorists, and they're saying, look, we're willing to come to terms. We're willing to talk. Do we trust them? No. What kind of deal are they going to try to make? I don't know. But they're saying that they want to release all these terrorists that we've been able to get off of the terror highway, and to stop killing our civilians. Those 6 hostages remember the 6 hostages, and they said, yeah, Israel bombed them. It's Israel's fault. They died in an airstrike. There was the wonderful guy, Nadav Popwell, Yagev Buchstav, Yoram Metzger, Chaim Perry, Alex Danzig, and Avram Munder. They said they were killed in Israeli airstrikes, but now an investigation of their bodies saw that they were executed in cold blood by the Hamas. So they just totally lie. So you can't really trust them. It would appear that there's 97 hostages left. Pray that we find them. I'm supposed to be going back there soon. Pray that we find them. And this stern warning, let it be a real wake-up call to these terrorists. Trump says, Hamas, all hell to pay if the hostages are not released by his inauguration. So these are very interesting times, and these are times to comfort ourselves in the Lord. 1 Samuel 17, verse 47, all those gathered here will know that it is not by sword or spear that the Lord saves, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. Isn't that wonderful?